Hey, welcome back. I'm Nix, your intuitive coach and energy alignment mentor, and this is your weekly energy update where we track what's moving through the collective field so you can move with it instead of against it. Now, this week the cosmos is doing something, and basically, this is not an ordinary week, but we'll get to it. Now, we open on July 12th with Mercury Cazimi in Cancer. Mercury sitting directly in the heart of the sun. This happens only a few times a year, and it is a potent moment of clarity and insight. But because the Cazimi is in Cancer, the sign of emotions, memory, the inner world, that clarity that comes through this week may not arrive as a sharp intellectual breakthrough. It's going to come through feeling, okay? Through a memory that suddenly makes sense, through something that you've known intuitively for a very long time and now you can finally put into words. A brand new 4-month Mercury cycle begins here, okay? So please pay attention to what happens on the July 12th and the 13th. Next up on the 13th, we have Venus that squares Uranus. So a sudden plot twist in love and finances, unexpected revelations in relationships, breaking free from dynamics that have been stagnant for too long. So stay open to what surfaces, even if it surprises you. And then on the 14th brings the new moon in Cancer, conjunct retrograde, Mercury retrograde, which is also in Cancer. Two cycles happening simultaneously. This is a major personal and emotional reset, okay? Not about like grand plans or dynamic gestures, about honest feeling. So ask yourself, what do you genuinely need to feel safe, nourished, and fully yourself? That's the question that this new moon is asking, okay? Then on the 15th, something genuinely historic is happening. The outer planets begin aligning at 4 degrees of their respective signs. Simultaneously, Jupiter in Leo, Uranus in Gemini, Neptune in Aries, and Pluto in Aquarius, all activating at once. Astrologers have called this Barbault's basket after the legendary French astrologer Andre Barbault, who predicted this configuration would be a massive catalyst for collective awakening and change. Okay, and then this week closed out on the 18th of July with Uranus trining Pluto, which is harmonious, evolutionary, unexpected but welcome transformation becoming available. So this week is a green light week and a reset week and a collective awakening all happening at once. So let's see what the cards have to say about it, okay? Now, as always, each week we move through 4 cards. The first card highlights the energy of the week. The second card speaks to what's being asked of us. The third card speaks to the energy center calling for our attention. And then the last card tells us how to integrate and hold it all together. So let's get started. First up on the docket, the energy of the week is Sunflower. It's about taking action. And it's card number 34. All right. So, sunflowers have their own language, specifically with the sun. Young sunflowers literally track the sun's path across the sky every single day. Heliotropism, I believe, is what it's called. Basically, that's like unwavering alignment with the light. They look like the sun, they reach for the sun, they grow towards it no matter which direction it moves, and they stand tall even in adverse weather. I feel like that's the energy this week. Unwavering alignment with your own light, your own truth, your own direction, regardless of the terrain that you are navigating, okay? Now, spiritually, the sunflower is tied to faith, loyalty, the soul's quest for enlightenment. It's linked to the solar plexus chakra. That's personal power, self-esteem, confidence, and the warm yellow energy of your own inner fire. Now, in Yoruba and Afro-diasporic traditions, the sunflower is intimately connected to Oshun, the Orisha of sweet waters, love, fertility, beauty, and abundance. And I honor and respect her. And I mention her specifically because to me, it feels like her energy is deeply present in this week's field. The sunflower as a direct conduit to her radiant energy, joy, sweetness, the law of attraction, unwavering spiritual devotion. That feels alive this week under the Cancer new moon and Venus's square to Uranus. Now, this week, some of you are being given the green light. The waiting period, the over planning, the over researching, that season is completing. It is time to take a step towards your desired goal, your desired milestone, your desired outcome. Take the lead. Don't be a follower in your own dreams. Don't be a follower in your own path, okay? Absolutely heed the guidance available to you, including this reading, but let your free will take you where you actually want to go. Guidance is here to support you, but it is not absolute. It is just a blueprint showing you the many paths available to you. You don't have to take what doesn't align, but make sure you have that full body yes or that full body no as you move forward. Regardless, this week, take action. You have to be the co-creator. Your guides, your angels, your God, your divine team, they can clear the path with you. They can open the doors, but you have to turn the knob and walk through, okay? Now there's an energy sitting behind this green light, okay? It's asking for discernment. We are still in Mercury retrograde. Neptune is now retrograding, dissolving illusions. Don't get reckless. Don't move hastily. Move smart. Move with the wisdom that you've been nourishing all along this journey. Don't let the surge of excitement, if any, make you move blindly. All these emotions, the urgency, the excitement, the readiness, they are a compass, but you need to understand what the compass is telling you before you take your step. Okay, so move with caution. It will save you a world of frustration, a world of confusion, and maybe even a world of regret. Okay? Now, what's being asked of us this week? Okay, so we have creativity. It's coming in the symbolism of ginger, and the card number is 14 in regards to what's being asked of us this week. Now, ginger, I'm kind of loving that this card showed up this week because ginger spiritually symbolizes vitality, courage, protection, and purification. I mean, it grows as a hardy root deep in the earth. It's grounded, it's strong, it's resilient, and its fiery warm taste makes a powerful catalyst for manifestation and accelerating spiritual energy. Fire in the belly, personal power, ignited passion. Sounds like the solar plexus energy is showing up again. So that's twice this reading solar plexus is showing up. Sunflower is solar plexus energy. Ginger is also solar plexus energy. And it seems that the cosmos and the cards are pointing to the same energy center again and again until you get this message. Your power center is activated this week. Your confidence, your will, your sense of self, all being called forward, okay? Now what's being asked this week is creativity, but not just in the artistic sense, but in how you go about moving forward. Get creative in your approach, follow your instincts, but there's real potential in the energy field this week for things you're working toward, the goals, the visions, the connections, okay? There's something there, and the inspiration is being sparked deliberately, heeding even the smallest creative nudge from a conversation, an image, a song, something that makes you pause for a second. It's not random. That is your next aligned step trying to get your attention, okay? Now, during retrograde season, people often freeze up about starting anything new, and I get it. However, you totally can. But, and it's a big but, dotting your I's and crossing your T's absolutely applies here. If you do, there is an underlying energy that gets overlooked during retrograde season. Sometimes this apparent chaos of the season is actually the perfect time to begin something when you use the energy intentionally with eyes wide open and full discernment, okay? A retrograde season can offer you a momentum and a restart that isn't available in calmer waters, essentially. Now, a breakthrough is generally available to some of you this week, and that breakthrough, if you let it, will give you momentum on any project or personal challenge that you've been moving through. But also, tap into your creative energy this week in a childlike way if you can. Finger paint, build sandcastles, pottery, sculpting, knitting, dancing foolishly, making a mess, getting silly. That energy shifts your frequency, okay? It elevates you. And when you come back up from it, you'll find yourself more grounded, more at peace, more confident than you were when you started. It sounds contradictory, but it isn't. Trust it. Now, the energy center of the week. Okay, so the energy center of the week is the throat chakra. That is calling for your attention. And the card is Impatience. I think it's kind of funny because after all that solar plexus energy, I genuinely thought it was going to be a solar plexus card to show up here. But it is the throat chakra that has arrived instead. And it is a-okay. To be honest, I kind of understand why. Okay. You're being asked this week to take action. You're being asked to get creative. And for some of you, your body, your energy, your entire being is probably vibrating with urgency right now. I get it. I'm there too. Building a vision, hitting red tape after red tape, and still taking the next step. Whether you're frustrated, tired, exhausted, maybe even feeling defeated, or gaining momentum, making progress, but still not landing fully in that desired outcome. Patience is absolutely thin, but we have to hold it. Okay, and patience in the throat chakra is actually about your desire for a certain outcome maybe overpowering your alignment with divine timing. Okay, and when we grip onto a timeline, when we fixate on exactly when something should happen, we lose the plot. We forget our intention. We forget our why. Now, I've said this to clients. Even if I give you a timeline through the cards, don't hold it. Timelines shift. Every decision you make, every action you take or don't take shifts the energy. So when people come to me saying that a past reader gave them a timeline and it didn't happen, now they've lost faith. And that honestly breaks my heart, because the timeline was never the point, okay? The timeline is never the point. The alignment is. So don't focus on the when, focus on the what. What keeps you in alignment, what keeps you grounded, what keeps you inspired and moving. Move with the energy, not in front of it. Be present. Being present has its own reward, okay? So focus on remaining in the energy that aligns you to it. Don't jump the gun here. Don't force your way through a wall when the door is essentially right next to it. You just gotta look, okay? Now there's this meme that I love seeing. It's a good reminder when it pops up. There's two people digging through a tunnel of dirt. One gives up, turns around, puts the shovel down, walks away. And they're maybe like 3 strikes away from their gold. The other one, tired, frustrating, hope getting thinner by the day, has a little further to go but keeps digging. There's that like one mustard grain of faith keeping them going. And they get there, they strike gold. That's what patience actually is. Faith of a mustard seed. So as Dory has said, just keep swimming. You can cry, you can scream, you can take a beat, but get back to it. Keep taking that aligned action, okay? Keep going. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Okay, and here's how we hold all of it together. It is the Great Awakening. No, I'm kidding. It's not the grand spiritual kind where everything suddenly becomes clear and easy and you float through life on a cloud of enlightenment. I wish it were, but no. I'm talking about the real kind, the kind where you wake up, like you actually wake up and stop sleepwalking through your own life. The kind where you stop operating on autopilot, the kind where you pick up the tools that have been placed before you and you actually use them. Now, it does feel like some of you have been following these readings, mine or others. You've been grasping the guidance, you've been nodding along, recognizing yourself in the messages, and then you put the tool down, you sit back, you twiddle your thumbs, waiting for something to change without quite doing what it takes to support that change that you desire. Now, I'm not scolding you here, okay? Not even a little bit, not at all. Because I know exactly why it happens. Fear, trauma, exhaustion, confusion, a nervous system that has been through so much that even when someone is like shouting the directions in your face, your body can't move towards them yet. These are real human responses to real human experiences. So if you've hit wall after wall in your life, your system is going to brace even when the path clears. It makes total sense. But with Barbault's basket being activated in the cosmos this week, that rare outer planet alignment that astrologers have been watching for decades, the collective, it's generally being called to wake up. Not next month, not when everything feels perfect, now. This is the window, and windows don't stay open forever. So to those of you who are already awake, already in motion, already building, keep going. You are further along than you know, okay? And to those who are still in the hazy bubble, rub the sleep out of your eyes, beloveds. Go back through past readings, see if there's anything offered that you're ready to align to now. Do a meditation, do some breath work, do an embodiment practice. I create them and put them on my channel for you. Those tools are there for a reason. That's me holding your hands. I'm holding your hands in another way. So use what's in front of you. Even sitting in silence one day and then doing a meditation the next and then doing breath work the following day. All of that is taking action. All of that is a step. Okay? And then share what's resonating with someone, because someone in your orbit is walking a similar journey, not identical, but similar. And you passing this along may be the thing that helps them feel less alone in it. That in itself is an act of awakening for them and for you. Okay, so wake up. The cosmos is waking up with you. Alrighty, beloveds, that is your energy for the week of July 12th to the 18th. Now, with the new moon in Cancer on July 14th, set an intention, not for anybody else, okay? The real one that sits in your chest. Write it down somewhere, speak it out loud if you want, let it be witnessed. And then drop in the comments, if you will, what is the one action you've been talking yourself out of that you're ready to finally take? I want to know. I want to hear it. Please name it out loud. That's where it starts. Okay, so thank you to my returning viewers. You are amazing as always. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And thanks for vibing out with me. Please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. And if somebody in your life is sitting is still sitting with tools beside them instead of using them, send this to them. This might be the nudge they need to receive today, okay? Now, until next time, please take care of that beautiful energy of yours, and I will see you next week.